Yeah, hi Jan. Remember me? Yeah, from last night on Bridget's panel. Look, the only reason I went on panel is because you were spewing more lies. I originally wasn't going to go on. I was going to allow you to make an absolute idiot of yourself like you always do. But, some people had requested I go up. So I did. Yeah. Same old, eh, Jan? Same old, same old. Are you referring, whenever you say that I doxed your real name, you referring to a satirical video I did a couple of years back in response to your silly story of violent ideations toward people like Peter Mon and Metamorphosis Rocks? You referring to that, where I clickbaited in the title that I have your real name? I'll say this again, Jan. If Unless I really am super lucky and I should buy myself lottery tickets, that kind of luck, or get struck by lightning. Unless I really hit it and your real name is actually Janella Salmonella, okay? You don't know what you're talking about. You do not know what you're talking about. And as far as your docs was concerned, over and over again, it was Marissa, aka Not Another Housewife, the drama channel. She's still on, reviewing beauty and other people who talk drama, like the Dad Challenge podcast and stuff like that. Yeah, it was her. And it along with Karma T. Now, you mentioned that Karma T is back as Eerie Pizza, whatever, Eerie Pepperoni, whatever. I have my doubts that it's her. I took a look at her channel. I have my doubts that it's her. I seriously do. Somebody else told me they think, whatever. It's not that important whether she's back or not. But it was those two that doxed you, not me. Not me. I have no control over what they do. And as far as that Order 66 video, one that doxed your family that had no subscribers, that came on, had the views but no subscribers, it was reported enough, including by myself. We've said a number of times, because we did draw the line at doxing your family. They have nothing to do with what kind of a horrific person you are, after all. But you know what? I'm back to being convinced with my original theory, and I'm going to stick with it. Because I've seen you for many years. I know you ever since you stumbled into Goral World thanks to your old pal, Klanka. Yes, your old pal. You were so far up her ass that your head was coming out of her mouth. Dang. Mm-hmm. So, again, and trust me, if Klanka hadn't have kicked you to the curb out of the attic, you'd still be there. You'd still be so far up her ass that your head would be coming out of her mouth. I'll give you one point here, because a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay, I'll give you one thing. At least you stuck to your convictions that Beggs was too racist for you and this, that. Okay. At least you stuck to your conviction. God dang, you couldn't even hang on to Karsten, the real creeper, the one who crochets dicks, for funsies. Yeah, him, that creep who gives off all kinds of white van vibes. Fine, he kicked you to the curb. I guess he's not so sweet talking with you no more, is he? Mm-hmm. Now, as much as these are all crappy, problematic people, it doesn't, other people might give you a pass for it. I'm not. I don't play the game of my enemy's enemy is my friend. I don't play it. Now, if that means I lose subs or whatever, I don't care. Don't care if I do. Anyways, I'm of the opinion I know whom, I will always know who my real friends are. Friends. I use friends in quotation marks because I find friends is a term for high school, honestly. Okay. Acquaintances. Better for adults. Yeah. There we go. Family. Acquaintances and family for adults. And anyways, I'm getting sidetracked again. I digress. But Jan, no, I never doxed you. But you doxed me every chance you got with all your sock accounts. You threatened to call the cops on me. You threatened to call the cops on Jamie, a.k.a. formerly known as Gossip Gay. Ah, yeah. Yeah. And your buddy, Mama Beth, who pretended to be a psychologist, Like, that's not only highly illegal in the state where she's from, okay, but pretty much every other jurisdiction. But the damage she caused with Jamie is insane. It's insane. And you stood up for it. You stood up for it. You were quite okay with what she did to Jamie. You're quite okay with what she did. Now, do I follow Jamie anymore? No. He's become a born-again Christian, and that just ain't my bag. You know, more power to him. If that's what's working for him and keeping him well mentally, that's fine and dandy. But that's not my bag. But, you know, right is right, wrong is wrong. Right, Jan? Yeah. You were the first one. This is what led me to lose my first Twitter account. When you first put up my father's obituary, which subsequently led to my government name and the names of my family members. Here are you having a fit, supposedly blaming me, supposedly for doxing your family, which I didn't do, and I think there's more than enough evidence to show I did no such thing. There's more evidence that you did it to yourself to avoid accountability. You know, whenever you find yourself in hot water, remember what time, there was one time you blurted out that you had BPD, borderline personality disorder, again, to try to get yourself out of hot water, then you blamed everybody else for your problem. Yeah. You blamed everybody else for forcing you to divulge it. No, no one forced you to divulge it. You chose to. Once again, you chose to. As far as your creepy art, I don't give a rat's ass about it. I'm surprised that it sells, but then again, there are people who have more money than taste. What can I say? But no, I did not. And as far as Gary's GoFundMe, that's where I first saw your real name. I never blurted it out to anybody, but that's when I first saw your real name. And the GoFundMe is over 2 years old, by the way. It's about 4 years old. 3 or 4 years old. You know how we know? Because it was before Eric Zink was canceled. Got it? It was before Eric Zink was canceled. And at that time, Gary and Eric were maybe not friends anymore, but they weren't exactly fighting either. Either way, at that time, Gary had that GoFundMe to pay for surgery for his dog, who is also his emotional support animal. You remember that. See, I went to donate too as well. I went on the page. In case you think I was there to stalk you. No, I was there to make a donation as well, you know. Because I thought he should have more time with his emotional support animal. I thought it was a good cause. And I would donate again if he were to put up another GoFundMe today to raise funds to help his dog. I would help him again. Okay? No regrets there. My point is, you divulged your own real name on that GoFundMe. If you didn't want your real name divulged, you should have donated anonymously. Every time I share out a GoFundMe of anybody in the community, I always implore them to donate anonymously, by the way. So, yeah, here's some free advice, Jan. There's that. Yes, there is definitely that. So, Jan, you know, that's it for now, because I hear there's going to be a live stream. Your ears are probably burning now. They might be talking about you. Not saying who it is yet. You'll find out. Catch you later, Jan. Bye. And like I said, Jan, stop with your lies. It's already been shown. You have been doxing my real name anytime you could. And I know about you and Mama Beth's 900 sock accounts. Oh yes, one more thing. How did you find my father's obituary? He had been gone for 8 years. Now I know you and Mama Beth don't have one single synapse or brain cell to rub together to come up with finding my father's obituary. So did you have help from Klonka? And this is something I've been wanting to know for years. Did you have to have help from Klonka? And I'm more convinced that Klonka helped out with it because when Screechy Nietzsche decided to be all friendly, you know, followed AK because she plays follow the leader. Following the leader, the leader. Yeah, got it. Got it. Yeah, when Screechy Nietzsche, fast forward a couple of years later, or last year, decided to also post up my dad's obituary. What's the common thread here? The common denominator? Klonka, DC Media Girl. Yeah. Uh-huh. again, always remember, I'm smarter than you. Don't you ever forget it. And I'm also a hell of a lot more honest than you. Don't you ever forget that. Bye.